Thank you for joining me. I'm going to show you how to paint this man standing in the water, fishing. This July, I'll be teaching in Italy in a place called Watercolor. During my trips, I'm going to make videos about my journey and teaching. If you remember, you are not only watching my fold learning videos months ahead, and I'm going to share with you my experience, ideas, and techniques inside the community. Become a member now on Patreon or support me on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and turn on notification. And I want to thank you for liking my videos and share them in your own community. I only use these two enjoyingart brushes to have the same learning experience. Purchase yours today at enjoyingart.com brushes. Only two major shapes in this painting. One is just the water, one is the person, right? So of course it's the background. The sky also have some colors, but this is a very flat, very small. There's some very soft cloud over there in the background. We can also do that when this is close to wet. So let's take a look. And I'm going to keep the water line to see. First, I'm going to see what's the main person going to be. I'm going to put it right here because I have the space for the line. So I'm going to have this person right here, right there. Let's paint it on right here, like that. Okay, just do what I do. You'll be fine. I'm fine, so you should be fine, right? So I'm going to come over here. And let's do something dramatically different. So the hand a little bit lower than the midpoint. This is good. Just think what I am thinking, and they're pretty easy. Okay, the front over here, all you need to do is just do the shadow. Okay, the head over here like that. I'm going to have a little bit tiny darker, like that, right here. Don't do more than what you know. Okay, so lots of people, they say, oh, I know, I need to make this darker. But you're automatically doing something else, which is never thought about it yet. So you need to consider everything that you're going to do. The shoulder over here, there's a little bit round shape over here. There's the shadow over here. So this is anatomy would help you to make the correct decision. And this is good. And I'm going to do a little bit tiny more over here. Just doesn't have to be the real color. Stir. Here you go. The shadow. And I can make this whole thing the shadow over here. This is what I see, the shadow. And this, the bottom over here, just about halfway down over here. So I'm going to have that over. So I already thought about it. So I can do that. And the decision would be okay, would be fine. So that's the bucket right here in the back. That's just pretty good. Right? And I'm going to have a little bit tiny blue color. Like that. And okay, here you go. This. And okay, this is the shape of the hand. It just needs to be darker color. Okay, right here. The back of the pens, like coming down over here, separated. So this is good enough. We don't have to build the whole solid shape yet. Okay, right here, just look at the shape. That's about that. That's good. And the top over here, just give a little bit dotted line. That's good. All right, now we know the person over here. Now you see easily, we can make the decision on where's the top of the water, right? It will be here, like this. That's good. Like this. If you're not too sure, use the dotted line. Okay, that's just good. That's beautiful. Yeah, look at that. That could be just a little bit higher. And this is fine, like this. And there's some light shape. We're going to keep the little light shape, right? So, if you want, you can just ping around the light shapes. So remind yourself, okay, the light shape over here, like that, at the top. And there's some very soft detail at the front, but those is going to be out of focus. That's just good. It's a little bit, the mountain over here, I can have it in a little bit more. And this side have some color over here and out over here. If you want, you can move it in a little bit more because you can see that there's a little triangle over here. You may not want that triangle so much in that case. And we can have this come in over here, cross over the leg, maybe on this side. So that way it's more integrated with the person, okay? In the future, we're going to talk more in the community about abstract or in watercolor painting. So looking forward to that. And but speaking of future classes, I told some member already, which is I posted on the Patreon community, and we are going to turn the special lessons to become member monthly lessons. But if you want to join those special learning, and then I suggest you just to upgrade it to the always to say the companion, because that is going to be part of the companion's benefit. Okay, but if you are still struggle through the basics and they say I'm not ready to learn those, that will be fine. Stay learning, use the learning center, right? So it's totally up to you, just so you know. And that is a way to create more commitment for yourself. Okay, this is great. I think that the line over here, we're not ready to draw that yet because it's going to be after the sky is done before I go back to it. So now we'll start the painting. This is good. And what I'm going to do, look like I'm going to just have the Prussian blue, okay, from the top. I don't need to actually wet the paper because I'm wetting the paper with the paint. Okay, there's a little bit dry paint in the brush. So I'm going to just mix that a little bit more well before I put it on. Okay, if there is a line over there, just loosen it and let it go. Okay, this is good. When it's coming down a little bit, now I'm going to change it a little bit more red, okay? Just a little bit more red over here. A little bit more red, but not darker, okay? Just a little bit red. There you go. That's good. Coming down over here on the light side, I'm going to paint it around. This is good. Okay, now I'm going to come down over here. There's a wet into wet. Very, very simple. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna come in a little bit tiny more red, even make it feel like this is the morning or the evening. Okay, here we go. Cross over. That's good. Wonderful. Right. Now the color look more interesting. Maybe let go some. I want it to be a little bit lighter at the bottom. That's good. Just light up a little bit. Now I'm going to directly going down into the water. And what blue color? I think it's just more of the French marine. So I'm going to take a little bit more red shade blue color and even take a little bit tiny red. Okay, and that's just good. That's good. I think about how dark the color. Okay. And then think about what color is it. Does that make sense, right? Now I'm going to come in over here. And the top's still a little bit wet. So I don't want to put onto that yet. I'm going to just put over here a little bit, testing it. And this is good. Just use the side of the brush. Keep the light. Okay, this is good. Painting over here, just the corner. Painting around the pins, like right here. That's good. And so you see that? Just the corner of the brush, like that. That's good. As mostly your mind is the most important, okay? It's just not about your brush. Your mind direct how your brush work. All right, I'm gonna coming over here. That's good. And the top is not ready, so I'm gonna go and paint the top yet. Okay, right here. Now I'm gonna coming over here directly under those water. Okay, like that. It's gonna be very fun, very relaxing. Okay, coming over here and coming down over here. You see the white shape over there? Okay, here you go. Okay, here we go, like that. All right, that's good. Now I'm going to brush over. That's the front. I can leave a little white if I want to. I like to have a little white shape over there. I'm going to have a little bit more red shade, which is French ultramarine. I'm going to put that right in the front over here. Make it a little bit brighter. Even a little bit more, like that. Here you go, like that. That's good. Like that, connected. And just put a little color over here. Okay, that's good. And the top over there, I'm gonna also going to have even a little bit more brighter color, like that. Here we go. Just give something in. This is good. Now is a good time for me to, I think top over here already dried. You see that? That's pretty easy. I'm gonna get a little bit more Prussian blue, mix that together. Now is the good time. Now I'm gonna take a look right over here at the top, and I'm gonna leave the light shape. Now also gonna put that a little bit more like this. Give a little light shape, okay, like that. Take a look, and coming over. You see that? Very relaxing. Okay, water. This is good. Coming a little bit more, like that. A little movement. It's not 100% flat. You see that? That's very good. You see, in no panic, in no masking either. It's very simple. Okay, come in here. A little bit more up, a little bit and down, like that. Coming over here. That's good. That's good. Now I coming back over here. Now it's a little bit more clear. That's wonderful. You see that water? It's simple. You see? No panic. And just simple. Just give a little bit light. I'm gonna have a little bit light shape over here too. Like a come back, deduct a little bit. But you know the water moving all the time, right? Never stop. So if you are being on the beach, you know that can be any shape and any way. So don't need to worry about that. I have to make it look exactly like that to make it feel like the water. No, you don't need to. So now I'm gonna come into the front over here. Now I'm gonna have create a little bit soft shape. You see that? That's just good. The large brush, and when it's still wet, that's very easy to create that out of focus look. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. And coming back over here, now I'm also going to have a little bit darker color, and this is good, isn't it? Huh? Like that. I'm gonna have a little bit more. That's good, like that. You see, stick with this large brush a little bit longer. Okay, like that. That's good. And the bottom of this have a little bit shadow. Okay, that's very good. Now the time to go into the calligraphy brush. Okay, the mountain's not ready because the top over here is still wet. So I'm gonna mix a little bit darker color. I'm just gonna take the blue. You see that I don't really need to take, Lisa, don't take too much water. This is not much water because I want it to be dark color, right? So I'm gonna coming back over here, and here you go. Press it down a little bit. You see that? That's the bottom of the water, and also have a little bit shadow. Okay, here you go. And this is good. Observation, understanding is important. Okay, a little bit darker over here too. And also over here. That's a little bit too dry already. I come back to do that a little bit later. So I'm going to come back over here, continue, finish the shadow of the water. Okay, here you go. And like that. That's beautiful. Like that. And also see a little bit darker over here. And see a little bit darker on the other side. Okay. And take a look over here. A little bit darker. Like that. A little bit darker. And wonderful. And a little bit over here. And the bottom over here. And also see a little bit darker shadow. That's good. Okay, a little bit shadow color here too. That's good. And yeah, you don't have to overdo it. This is enough. This is beautiful. Okay, that's wonderful. I'm gonna have a little bit softer. Just take a little bit more water. Now here we go. We come back over here. That's the mid ground. We can see that a little bit more, just a little bit more, but it's not really too clear. So here you go. Now I'm going to have a little bit line, some clear more line in the focus in the mid-ground over here. So here you go, like that. Yeah, and here you go, a little bit more. That's good. Some interesting shape over here. That's good. And also going to have that's a little bit darker, like that. That's good. You see that this is looks like a water, and that's good. And if you observe, pay attention, it's very easy. Anything you want, it's just not just painting the landscape or the seascape. It's painting anything. And this is so easy. And the bottom of the water also have a little gray color. So the gray color, we just get a little bit more red into it. Mix it into the blue a little bit tiny more. You can see that there's a little bit shadow. You see that the water and the wave has the form as shadow. Okay, that's good. Seeing that? That's just good. A little bit more. That's simple. Okay. That's very well done. And the water is good. I'm going to give it just tiny a little bit more. And I think that right in here, we can give a little bit more clear shape. Okay, a little bit tiny more shape, like that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to paint the mountain then. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more red. More like orange, like create impressions of, but this may be too bright. I'm going to take a little bit more blue from here, also add a little water. Now here we go. Now I'm going to put a little bit more mountain over here. I'm going to extend it a little bit more so it don't have to look so shy. Okay, that's good. Okay. And have a little bit shadow on this side, but I don't want it to be so much contrast. Light up a little bit. So I don't want it to be so different from the sky. So the difference is just the in bold, the value contrast and the color, but mostly is the value contrast. So don't make that too much dark compared to the sky. That's just good. Like that. That make it a little bit easier. Now on this side, I'm gonna have a little bit more blue, but also have a little bit tiny more brown color too at the top. I'm gonna take a little bit more orange brown color. Now here we go, the top over here, like that. Also show a little bit more up there. And the bottom over here too. That's the shadow. Okay, that's good. And I'm gonna have a little bit more of the blue color in the shadow. Okay, here you go. Like that. That's good. Coming down over here. Okay, let's take a look at that. That's pretty good, right? And you can paint anything you want as long as you observe the light and shadow. Okay, that's good. That's good. Have a little bit light over there. And now I'm going to have this little blue color across over to this side, because this is what I want the mountain to end. That's connected to the color on this side. Now it finished that, and also the person not being so alone. Now the same shadow color of the mountain also going to be applied to this mountain. That's it. Simple. Like that. And we're going to keep it that. And, ooh, we kind of miss a little bit in the background, isn't it? We're also going to use the same kind of little bit blue color, but not so much, because I want it to be very, very light. Like that. Okay, it may be even lighter, so take a little bit water, a little bit tiny more water to it. So like that, and coming crossover. That's good. Like that. And maybe a little bit too dark, okay? Just think about how dark that's supposed to be. I'm going to make it even a little bit lighter. Now cross over here, like that. And also, and they probably connect too much to the person. I'm going to light it up a little bit. And maybe have a little bit orange color, okay, at the top. Okay, then take a little bit more tiny orange color. Okay, this is good. Right here, like that. Here we go. Now, that's good. A little bit more feeling. This is good. All right, I'm going to soften that a little bit over here. We don't need to have the gap over there so much. Okay, like this. All right, this is good. Everything looks like coming together pretty well. And I'm going to have a little bit tiny more blue color. Actually, over here, I'm going to have that a little bit right there. That's good. Like that. A little bit softer. And that's good enough. I'm going to lift up a little bit right there. That's good. Now, I'm going to start painting into the person. So I'm going to also soften that a little bit. That's a little bit too connected. This is good. Right, this is good. I'm going to paint the bucket first. Okay, I'm going to start a little bit orange color. Just the yellow and a little bit tiny red. This is good. Now let's take a look. Okay, that's good. Like that. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Have a little bit tiny more red. And but it's a lot more blue color. Okay, here we go. That's good. That's good. Like that. The bottom, a little bit shadow. Okay. And now I'm going to paint the light shape first. I'm going to just have the blue color. A little bit tiny blue. A little bit light color. Right in here. Okay. Can be a little bit lighter. So. And on the head, also have this color too. Okay, this is good. Now I'm going to just use the water. Just pay attention to how dark the color would be. Okay, so I'm going to have this, the water coming down over here. Quite a light. Okay, here you go. That's good. And the top over here too. I'm going to have that coming over a little bit. And you can have a little bit more yellow into it if you want to. But right now, it's just put a little bit light color. I think this color looks good. Maybe a little bit tiny yellow. I feel like maybe I influenced by what I see. Okay, it may be a little bit tiny yellow. Okay, like that. And coming down all the way here. Okay, wrap around. That's just good. That's good. And when you get to the shadow, a little bit easier. A little bit good. That's just good. Now we're going to the lake. I'm gonna take a look. It's a little bit brownish color, so they have to get a little bit more, right? A little bit more yellow and red color. Gonna get a little bit more blue. That's good. Okay, take a look at right here, coming down. Okay, that's good. And coming down over here. Very good. That's good. Now this is the light shape. Now we're going to paint it into the shadow shape. Also depends on how much water that you have in the color that you painted in with the light color, the light shape. And if you don't use too much water, and it will be dry faster, as we all know that common sense, right? You're gonna have this a little bit more blue. That's just good. Now I'm gonna paint the shadow. Okay, here you go. Start from the head. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put that shape right like this. That's good. You see that how dark that can be, and the face can be the same color, but I'm gonna leave it just a little bit warmer in a bit. Take a look at the shoulder, above the shoulder over here. Still a little wet because that actually make it more interesting. The front over here. That's good. Now coming onto the shoulder over here. That can be a little bit more clear. And take a look at the back. That's good. Now I'm going to go down all the way to at the hand over here. I'm going to have that little one shape, the finger, and another shape right there. That's good. Like that. And let's take a look at the hand over here. I can have the hand the same color, very dark. And coming here, and here you go. There looks like the hand. The little suggestion of the finger. That's simple, right? Just pay attention to the shape, to the shape, to the shape. Now down over here is quite dark. And coming over here, like that. Okay, getting there. I'm gonna keep going down to the pens. Now take a look at the shape over here. And directly coming down, and like this, a little curve, and here we go. Now a little straight down, all the way down over here. That's good. And still a little bit wet, and which is perfect, and make it feel more connected in the transition. Okay, this is good. And the back over here, and a little bit darker color over here. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit separate the two sides, the little bit shadow shape. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Coming to the bottom over here. Okay, all right. That's a good time to just use the middle tone over here and make this a little bit softer. Here you go. Here you go. A little bit softer. A couple line. That's good. A couple line over here. Here you go. That's good. The shadow. I'm gonna have a couple line over here. Also the back, and can extend a little bit more. And here you go. Like that. That's good. A little bit softer. That's good. Now I come back to there. I'm gonna have a little bit more blue. Here you go. Now I'm gonna get a little bit tiny more blue. That's good. Right here. A little bit more tiny more blue for the shirt. Now it's still a little wet. That's perfect. Merge into it. And the shoulder over here too. Merge into that. Also, the head. Here you go. You see that? Very simple. If you go with step by step, you maybe immediately argue with me. It's not simple. And it's the hard thing, as I say that again and again in my demo, the hard thing is to find your comfort, but follow the steps in the painting process. Just like you never build the roof before you build the foundations of a house. We always start from the what it should be logically. Okay, that would be the foundation, the composition, and so on. Right? The painting follow the same process. Okay, have a little bit more yellow. And how can you make yourself not jump? Okay, followed my lesson. It would be a good starting point. And train yourself, because you have to go with the basic process first. Okay, right here, a little bit darker. Okay, that's interesting. A little bit detail, and a little bit over here, a little bit shape like that. This is good. Also, a little bit shape like that. That's good. So a little bit suggestions. That's good. All right, and the head looks pretty good. Now I'm going to actually have a little bit tiny more red into this dark color. So make it feel more as a face, but it doesn't really need that much red. This is good. Still have a little bit tiny more blue into it. That's good. Let's take a look. It's very careful. The nose coming over here. That's the nose. Like that. Now, because that area have too much blue, so I do need to have a little bit more red in my brush. Or it's just going to merge into. Okay, that's the nose. Okay, coming a little bit more down like this. Watch it. Okay, that's good. And then the mouth. And then the chin. Like that. That's good. Right, a little bit warmer at the front. Perfect. Now I'm going to come to the bucket. That's very simple. And it's a practice of again and again about the logic of painting. And okay, come a little line over here. That's good. And the bottom over here, a little bit darker. And then the lake. Look at the lake. It's beautiful. Like that. And they're connected into the shadow. Okay, the top over here, have a little bit detail. Cross over here. That's good. And you can also just a little bit on the top. But this is very good. And you can have some dry brushes and the top over here to make it feel more like the bucket, right? I'm going to get a little bit more blue color over here. And I'm going to also put a little bit interesting line over here. Okay, here we go. Like that. Okay, here we go. That's good. Okay. And have some fold on the shoulder. That's a little bit darker. Coming here. That's good. Look at that. This needs to be darker too. And wonderful. And take a look over here at the front. And a little bit darker. And then over here, a little bit more straight. Like that. And here, a little bit more. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to get a little bit tiny more blue. You see that? That's already there, right? Everything is the heavy color, light color, and all the things to create a nice dynamic balance is already in the painting. And this is good. A little bit darker. I'm gonna have actually a little bit tiny more darker. You may notice that I only use this 3 primary colors plus the help with a little bit warm blue color, which is the French ultramarine. Sometimes, okay, not often, okay. Now I'm gonna have this. You can finish any painting you want. That's a little bit darker. That's good. Okay. So a little bit darker over here too. And it's require a process and it's easy. Okay, that's good. Now the last thing we're gonna do, all right, let's take a look. We're gonna draw the line. Okay, this is simple. So we're gonna start from a little bit. Just have a little bit more blue then, okay, from the tip. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start from, take a look at where it starts and where's the end, over here. All the way come to his hand, right? Now I'm gonna keep going. Start from here. Okay, here you go. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, look at it again. It's gonna be ended right here. It's not by luck. It need to be from here all the way. So make your mind prepare for this. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Small. And get bigger and bigger. Okay, here you go. Keep going. If we can hold your breath all the way. That's good. We can make it a little bit smoother. Here you go. Wonderful. Keep going. Okay. This is good. I'm going to make this finger a little bit longer. Like that. All right. And this painting is finished. If you like this painting lesson, share it in your communities. I will looking forward to see you in my next video.